guys, it's Titan coming at you with more hardcore Minecraft. Pick it up where we left off. Wherever that is, probably inside of my house. At the end of a dance party. That's definitely 1,000,000% where we are. So, what we want to do is get a little bit more experience. Try to get looting 3 on a sword. And then get more iron, make more rails, try to find a trident. Not necessarily in that order. We're going to grab the books real quick and see what we can roll. Alright, so we get power 4 on a book and piercing 4, so I guess they're mutually exclusive. We'll solve a little question real quick here. So, yeah, power is for bows and piercing is for crossbows. So there we go. Now I can get 2 different piercing 4 crossbows, which is good, because I will need that for something eventually. But being hardcore, I won't need another bow. This bow should be good forever, because I'm not going to just like drop it on the ground or something. I've taken precautions. Unbreaking 3, decent. Looting 2, well, can we jam that together to make looting 3? If we can, then a tremendous, glorious moment will occur. Perfection. At last. I bet I'm gonna get the trident on the very first one. The very, very first one that we see. But looting 3. We got our sword. We've also broken the anvil. We need to make another one. You know, I would have liked it facing the other way, but this way's fine too. So there we go. A perfect sword. At last. It doesn't have knockback on it, but I think I don't want knockback on a sword. I feel like having control of where your enemy is a thing that you can only really achieve whenever you don't have that. And also, if you're going to be using it for farming, knockback's incredibly annoying. But we've got our looting 3. We have a perfect sword. We have a perfect pickaxe. And now we just have a couple more tools to perfect, and we'll have a perfect everything. Hey, Natasha. But I do need to make a shovel and try to roll one of those, but I'm already low on resources, so we will do what needs to be done, which is throw some junk in here and then go do a little experience run, pick up all of my minecart things from over here. I could have just ridden a minecart across. I feel like such a chump physically running next to a track. But when I woke up, I had like all of these roller coaster related minecart dreams. I want to go everywhere and build them. It actually gives me terrible anxiety about doing it in hardcore, but I mean, I know I can always cheat and make the world like a creative world after I die or whatever, but which I ordinarily wouldn't do. I would save it, but you know, if I play for much longer here, I definitely would make it another world like a Garuda Sanctuary so I could come and look around, at least until I got my feet again. I'm becoming quite fond of the landscape, but all the more reason to be smart with motion and, you know, make good choices. We should be fine. Did I make a bed? I did. Alright, I have way too much junk in my inventory to make runs at experience, which is bad. But Do we have any wheat? No. So, we're just gonna do this anyway and not have enough for, like, too many. We'll just pop a couple of them. And then make probably a breeding chicken run. We don't have 1,000,000 eggs. Just a sentence I don't probably need to say. Obviously, if I had 1,000,000 eggs, I wouldn't be in this predicament where I need to go pick things up. Hello, Drifter. The good news is we know where these guys sleep. And that sounds ominous, but it isn't. We're actually just going to, you know, wake them up and sell them some nice raw beef and whatever goes with that. And if that sounds unpleasant, it's the greatest happiness of this guy's life to be woken up in the middle of the night to engage in commerce related to his profession. As a person who wears a bandana to work, I can attest that he is just like really thrilled about this whole proposition. And although my labor is not leather related, he sure seems to be happy about it too. And now, bam, you know, he gets right back to bed. And there he goes. You say full netherite armor and netherite tools? I have not even walked into the nether on this this world. So that is a good goal, but not likely to be happening right now. We're going to throw all of the stuff in here just to do a little chicken experience run. Not all of the stuff, but you know, a lot of it. And we'll pick it up before we go to leave, but we will certainly have a need of inventory space. Is Garuda the cooked chicken? That is offensive, and I can't believe you would even say that. If anything happened to Garuda, I would burn down everything that was ever associated with the people or groups of people responsible. There would be nowhere on Earth to hide, on this or any of the other trillions of Minecraft seeds. It would be the last mistake anyone ever made. Garuda couldn't possibly be one of these chickens. Garuda is at home running the crime family. And anyway, if something were to terribly happen to Garuda, that wouldn't, like, kill him. That would just kill the vessel that he's inside of. He would immediately reincarnate into another vessel, and all I would have to do would be to travel the world until I found him. If you think something as small as losing his avatar inside of a Minecraft world would be the end of him, then you are sorely mistaken. As sorely mistaken as you are if you think I would just walk into a room full of chickens and swing my sword without being definitively sure that Garuda was not one of those chickens. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I like to think that I'm a more careful guy than that. And now we're in good shape here. I'm probably going to have to fight my way out. You know, it's the way of the world. And even though night is still going on, it occurs to me that the fine gentlemen with bandanas would probably really enjoy being woken up to engage in chicken meat related commerce too. Because nothing's better than being handed a lot of raw chicken meat while you're sleeping, said apparently these butchers and some of the other people ever. But you don't become a master butcher by turning down lucrative raw chicken deals. And we're going to go to the much nicer house over here where the Master Fletcher lives and wake him up as well. I'm not going to just like wait for morning to engage in commerce. These guys will be happy to do this. And I'm going to need to buy some arrows because I'm certainly very low on them. And then we'll get all these emeralds that I don't need for anything, which feels nice. Just one stack of arrows will do. Alright. Good enough for that. We're going to now take all of our rail-related things and go over to Everest. Levers are rail-related. We've got our good fishing pole. We've got a bed. Excellent. We'll just cook up some raw chicken here so that whenever we return, we'll have a little bit more. There should be some here. No, we've already moved all that out. Good deal, good deal. I still need to get just a little bit more experience, which we will secure here. I feel very secure in my experience. And now we will just jump over them there. That's not really a sheep parts container. We can find that over here, yes. I need more torches. There's a little bit of sketchiness in the light coverage. Unsanctioned chickens. Do I have any sticks? No. You know, I thought I wouldn't need any wood with me. Smart. Is there any right here? Shame. Alright, so we are now in search of sticks. Now, the only way to do that is to cut down wood, but I like, in particular, every single one of these trees, so we're going to have to go somewhere else to get it. Or, like, over to a chest over here, where the wood already was. That would also be good. But it occurs to me that we could just take this opportunity to go home and say hello to everybody before we head out. So, here we are, the family. Garuda right here running things. Can't believe you guys would assume that Garuda wasn't safe. We got Tropa hanging out, sitting on boxes, being a menace. Bella cunningly talking to Calcite by the fire, just being a huge troublemaker too. And the Allays running around. We beat the drum of happiness, and I think we're gonna go to bed real quick, and then when the morning comes, grab a couple sticks. One of these chests will have random wood into it, I assume. Yes, there we go. And with another ritual seed for Garuda, it will be time for us to get on our way. Which will really just be enchanting one shovel. And then maybe jamming one of the old shovels onto it. Need lapis. We get an efficiency 4 shovel right off of the bat, which is excellent. Do we have any books that would be nice to throw onto it? Nope, we can, we'll just put this unbreaking one on it, and then, we'll get mending on it, later. And now, the shovel will be moderately better at being a shovel. Yeah, Mushi Smalls and Baby Moosh, they're not family. They are from the same island. They're pals, though. They're not friends like that. Although I'm sure there are lots of mushroom cows that are friends that way, and that's cool. But these are happy to just be friends here without any more mushroom cows around. They find children tedious, and they really like talking philosophy with Doug in between digging stuff up. They use most of their energies with their rap group. You know, they're good friends. They have a good time. I don't mean to shoot down too many of your ideas, but you guys don't know the lore sometimes, and it's very important that we have consistency. But now we're going to strike out. Did I use all my iron? Well, we'll definitely need more, except not immediately. We'll use the opportunity to, you know, hunt on the bottom of the ocean for enemies. Yep, alright, so now that I have a bed and a moderate amount of food, did I put the cooked chicken somewhere? What's wrong with me? Please don't answer that unless you're going to do it in alphabetical order. Alright, cooked chicken. There we go. Good enough. Who cares where the other cooked chicken was? Clearly not me. We're going to jump on this and then start running. Alright. I've got my minecart. I've got all of my accessories. There's probably more supplies where we're going, but we're also going to be charging around and fighting drowned, hopefully. You say you tried drawing Doug, but he came out looking so wrong. Well, you know, Doug is such a big, lovable dude, and he has so much fur and feathers and stuff that you know, sometimes he wakes up and they're all askew, which gives him the look of being very different than he regularly appears. See, you guys normally see him after he's had time to comb his hair and his feathers and stuff, so I'm sure your drawing is accurate to a state of Doug, whether or not it's the one that he chooses to present to all of us, you know, because he, like everybody else, has a specific way that he likes to appear to the world. I wear this ridiculous mustache, and Doug likes to comb his hair. You see him after he digs stuff up, he like flops on the ground. That's when he's trying to like get everything back together again. So much to do, and I'm spending my time swimming at the bottom of the lake. Well, you know, it wasn't a lake, it was a river. And that was important research or something. We've got a dog guarding this beach over here. We're going to keep him there. He's a good dog. Good guard dog. Alright, will we find any drowned? Or iron? We'll find one or the other, or it will be back to the previously scheduled, making mine tracks go up to the top. And then, like, I have so many amazing ideas that will probably be pretty ordinary, but I don't care. I'm just going to have, like, an increasingly complex rail network that goes all the way around the world so that I can get onto it and then talk to myself whenever we're going rather than move physically. And let me tell you, if anything ever ruins any of my stuff, I'm going to hunt every creeper down and shoot them with a bow so that they don't explode on any more of my stuff, because I'm not very smart and I can't kill creepers right. Can I travel in the nether, overworld nether? I have not been into the nether. Alright, so our trident's real. We return to the most regularly scheduled programming with a perfect sword. And only time will tell if we will immediately get a trident, the first thing, proving that what I needed to do was get the right sword. It's hard to say. Alright, excellent. Several more drowned. So we're getting spawns, which means we'll fight a few of them while meditating on the nature of reality and that kind of thing. I wish I had kept an exhaustive track of how many were holding tridents, but I had not. But for everyone's edification, we have killed 466 drowned. We have never been killed by drowned. And one of these days we're going to get a trident. It may be tomorrow, it might be the next day, but it could be today. The one real trident in the entire universe. The trident that built the pyramids. Will we find it? Find out today. Or not. As the case may be. But the important thing is that I'm currently taking damage from not having any air in the lungs. And now that that's solved, we're going to go and hit the zombie with my stick that is attached to a sharp little diamond thing. Smite on an axe? I guess I didn't know I could do that. I do need to work on perfecting my axe. My axe is very imperfect. My axe is just a F4 and Unbreaking 3. But I do have Sharpness 5 on the sword. The only thing I don't have on the sword is Knockback, and I don't want it. I might get a sword with Knockback, but I wouldn't want it on my day-to-day sword. But, you know, the nice thing about having water breathing and fast movement is that it doesn't feel tedious to me that we are now killing the 470-something drowned. Because, again, the tridents are the friends we made along the way. And as long as I remain cheerful about this, it's always going to be fine. Almost out of bubbles. We got a few more guys. Still no tridents. And night's about to come, which will be nice enough. Maybe the trident was 5 separate Power Rangers that needed to discover that they could become one really big Power Ranger machine. Alright, now that it's night, the drowned don't want to spawn anymore. Interesting. You know, whatever. Here we go. I was wrong. I was merely too impatient. You know, we don't want to be impatient. We want to be the proper amount of patient, because that's the only way that you can eventually prove whether or not tridents are real. Which I stress I have not given up hope on. Not in the slightest. I don't touch my mustache when I lie, just, you know, it's a thing I do sometimes. But we have got an absolutely excellent amount of drowned here. I'm sure that before the end of all this, we'll have as many as 600 drowned killed, and maybe one trident, or maybe not. Who cares? Not me. I want to stress that I am happy. No, but really, I can think of a lot of less pleasant farming that I've done in my life. Tasha, my favorite Power Ranger season series. I'm old, right? I really liked like the first season, like because I was a kid when it came out, and I had a blast with it. And then there were also, I don't know how many movies, but the first movie was pretty good. The second movie with like Ivan Ooze as the villain, I loved it. Me and like my brothers, we must have watched it like 100 times, and it was a big hit in our family. My mom thought it was very silly and funny, and we all just had a really good time with that. And then there was the one where they got like their ninja ones, where the guy became like the frog, and you got like all of the different like jungle sort of things, and that one was cool too. But I confess that I didn't keep up with it too much after like the early era. But what about you? Have they been doing good stuff in the last like 25 years and I don't know about it? I remember I saw a video, but then I think it turned out to be fake. It looked really cool, and that made me sad. But we've got, you know, it seems like a really long run without a single one having a trident, but I want to stress that I have no idea how many are actually supposed to spawn. I believe it's not that many. But I also believe that if I don't get one soon, I'm going to be cheerful about it. There we go. We see a trident in the distance, so we are going to go to him, eating some raw chicken along the way. No, we don't need it. Getting some air along the way, ducking the trident, dipping the trident, coming around and hitting him. Looting 3, give me the trident. Yes! Yes! Tridents are real! Tridents are real! I always believed in it. Look, guys, it has 9 attack damage, 1.1 attack speed. These are facts that I now know about the trident, because I can hold it in my hand. We're not going to use it, though. It's almost broken, and I would be the saddest boy in the entire world. But look at me. I am King Neptune. I ascend. This is the greatest day of my life. Look at me. Look at the trident in my hand. Look at the first person, how it gloriously is up, just like waiting to be striking against my enemies. Look at me drowning when I have the trident. It should make me immune to drowning. The trident should give me all of the powers that I ascribed to it. But now I know what it feels like to have built every monument on Earth, to have traveled beyond the stars. I am an alien. I am complete. Look at me. It even matches the diamond. It's glorious. Truly the greatest day. What is the phase of the moon we'll want to remember? I don't know what we'll call that. Half? Waxing gibbous? You know, without the curves, it's kind of hard to tell. But yes, we will immediately go and take care of everything. Bald Rapunzel is going to do their most important task yet and get us mending on this trident. And then we'll get loyalty on it, and then we'll figure out what else we can do. Well, first, we might need to get to level 30. I don't know if you can enchant it directly on a table, but we'll try that. And then afterward, we'll mend it up. And yeah, fantastic. We are not going to swim the whole way because... Alright, so, statistics. 489 drowned. I killed one single drowned while having looting 3 that had a trident and immediately got it. So, 100% of the time... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not uneducated. Yeah, 100% of the time that you kill a drowned with a trident with looting 3, in my experience, you get a trident. So really, all along it was my fault. I was insufficiently dedicated. We gave that guy the old one too. That creeper was very, very helpful in slaying our enemy there. Whether or not he knew it, he served our purposes. And now I don't even have to cut down that tree because the creeper cut down the tree for me. We should give him a medal, only where would we hang the medal? On the pile of gunpowder? You know what? Why don't we just hang the pile of gunpowder in our inventory instead? That'll be just as good. So, time to put a strategic crafting table. It's shocking there's not already one right here, but you know, no time like the present. To put more rogue crafting tables around. This tree all growing out of one glorious plank, but now we will have the requisite number to make a boat. And return home in triumph at last. We're just going to keep it in our hand there. Oh, another one's dropping a trident. All right, this is going to let us definitively figure something out here. All right, so let's get this drop rate. If I get another one, I'm going to lose my mind. All right, at least he didn't drop it. All right, so 50% of the time. All right, and this guy's got a trident too. So we're gonna go just check this out because after all, the game is trying to have a laugh, but we're addressing it on its own terms. Alright, 1/3 of the time, this is much more acceptable. Actually, if both of those had dropped a trident, I probably would have told y'all that I needed a minute. I don't know how I would have handled that. But Riptide, Loyalty, Channeling, and Mending, those do sound all like very good ideas. Mending and Loyalty, I think we've already got taken care of. I have a Mending Librarian. Bald Rapunzel is just waiting for us to come home and buy a book of Mending from him. And I believe I have a Loyalty 3 book already chilling in the thing. But Channeling and Riptide will certainly be on the list of things to do. But it may be that when we put the trident on the enchanting table, if we can enchant it directly, then why is that last health thing not charging up? I guess raw chicken is like the worst. Or cooked chicken. This isn't raw. Raw chicken occasionally makes you look green under the old gills. You know, the trident, it's just like how I thought it would be. Yeah, Natasha, I didn't see that one of Power Rangers, but it sounds very cool. There's a lot of stuff that I wish I had like checked out. Yeah, Drifter, you are overwhelming me with ideas. I'm not like unhappy with it, but I hope you can appreciate that I am unable to do even one of them at a time. For example, need mob heads. I have never seen a mob head. I assume they would drop from them, but I have killed, you know, a lot of them and not picked one up, so I'm not sure how that works. But there should be books outside of Bald Rapunzel's house. I'm not sure if they're emeralds, though. Yes, alright, so we have put emeralds here as well, very good. Oh, come on, you know I was coming to see you, man. Baldrapunzel feels very sad, for there is no one to rescue him. Only me, to come and buy mending books occasionally. We're gonna buy another one. Guess we'll want to put it on, probably the shovel, as we are more likely to use the shovel to exhaustion. Alright, we will, throw some dirt here. Yeah, there you go, Baldrapunzel. There's some dirt. Don't go anywhere with it, right? But yeah, you know, people come and chat with him and stuff. He holds court. He talks to them about the books he's reading. He's happy here. I don't want anyone to think the Baldrapunzel didn't choose this bed. And I know what you're saying. I went back in the historical archives, and he had 2 or maybe even 3 beds before that one. Well, does that really matter? I mean, sure, it would look damning in a court transcript, but does it matter? Baldrapunzel is happy, as we must imagine ourselves happy. I have never heard of a wither skeleton. And yes, I have not gone to the nether in this world. It is... Hey, it's day 299, so that's fun. If you guys stick around for another short amount of time, we'll hit day 300, and that'll be very exciting. But yeah, the nether both makes me feel anxious and it bores me, and that is a bad combination. Anything that makes me feel anxious I might avoid, but anything that I find to be boring, I'm probably just like never gonna do. I mean, I might eventually. It's just not a priority. Alright, we've got our Loyalty 3 book. So, first question, can we enchant a trident here at the table? Yes. It would give us Loyalty 3, which is very underwhelming, but we'll just book enchant first before we throw this one on. So I need to manage the inventory just a little bit and then run some experience. But we'll put our mending books here. And we're just gonna block these emeralds up because it's stylish and because they, you know, take up less space when they're blocked. And that's how rich we are now. Maybe we'll start drawing pictures with them. You know, who even cares about the economy at this point? But this will be a good time to go home and show off to the family what we've got now. Which means we'll want some seeds. Actually, a lot of seeds, so we can put them in the chest. Last time we went home. But we will give Garuda his tribute, and then show off our trident to our family. Look how well it matches everything. I mean, not the amethyst, and not like the tacky dual-colored gate with the pink there, and not literally anything except the blue and the diamond. But look at the trident. Triumph. You know, this is possibly the greatest day of my entire life, but certainly the greatest moment of today's Minecraft day, as we return home to all of our pets with a trident in hand. And now it's time to just get a little bit more responsible about the inventory. Not too much, y'all know me, we're not going to get too responsible with the inventory. But we should... I have anything we need to put downstairs? No, we do not. Alright, so we're just going to take all of this stuff with us. And, do we need shears? No, we've got the pumpkins up there to make some more snowmen on Everest. And then, yeah, so we'll just run down. We'll put the rails in a different thing. try to farm up to level 30 with the chicken and cows and such. Oh my goodness. It's time. It's time for the confluence of all the things I love, guys. We are going to farm wheat with a trident. This is the best day of my life. It's not going to take durability, because that's not how it works. Oh no! Okay, so I almost made the biggest mistake ever. We're going to put the trident up. I clearly did not anticipate that it would let me throw it whenever I was trying to plant wheat. Alright, so that's all over. That was good. That was good. Made me super scared. But we got it. I would have definitely needed to walk away for a second if that had happened. Anyway, we're going to farm with a Totem of Undying, as is tradition. Much more responsible. If I laugh, I won't betray the horror I feel deep within me that I threw that trident down. What if it had broken? What if it had disappeared? I don't need to know. I would never lose the trident. Hello, Kylerman. You'll be here for day 300. It will be very exciting. And that occurs to me, too, that it would be better to be at home with all of our pets and criminal associates and the Dark Oak crime family for the dawn of the 300th day. And that'll be a good time to go out. And then we can run over to Everest and continue our plans to make a beautiful roller coaster. Because now all of my thoughts are spent with it. Like, for example, can I create a world in which I never, ever have to do anything except get on a minecart and ride around unless I want to? Where I can go to all of the places, like a sort of Wall-E scenario? There's only one way to find out. There are several ways to find out. There's only one way that I am going to use to find out. And we're just going to breed up 100 or so cows. That'll get us a little chunk, probably just up to like 20 or maybe 22. But when we go in for the chicken run, we should be able to get a pretty large number of experiences. Get up to at least 130 roll, and then probably head out. But if it doesn't work out that way, we can just wait another few minutes, since we're going to want to wait around on the island long enough to have the dawn of the day with all of our friends and associates. Alright, there we go. Pretty good. Another 100 cows. Herd was getting kind of small, so that'll let it get amped up pretty good there. And actually, yeah, we'll need some inventory space because we're going to need to do a coal in there, I think. Sick jump shot. The shield, no, let's not be silly. Alright, yes. This... We'll just thin this out a little bit. There we go, nice and thin. Probably a little thinner than we meant to make it, but what are you going to do? Ah, no, there's still plenty. It'll take like 18 years to pick up all of the things here, but now they'll want to get out in here now that there's plenty of space. But I know chickens, and it won't take too long. There we go. There's the special ding for level 30. We'll probably, yeah, we'll just need to go somewhere and put these feathers into an appropriate chest. We probably will run out of feathers on this, or not run out of feathers on this trade. I wish there was a sell all button, but I understand the mechanics would need to make it painful to sell this many feathers to encourage you to do more things than merely pluck feathers. But I should make a chest for feathers over by the house of the guy that would be purchasing them, which I will do maybe if I have wood. We're just gonna put the feathers in this chest because that's what's become of me now. And anyway, I need to go pick up a lot more. And after we do that, because I don't want them to disappear. After all, this was quite a large coal, and there's all sorts of stuff still on the ground. We probably, yeah, we would have been leaving several hundreds in the dust, which is not ideal. We're just gonna go ahead and grab all this chicken meat. So much chicken meat. But before we know it, there'll be a ton of chickens there again. This is gonna let us get one good enchantment run, maybe two. We'll see how many chickens these butchers want to buy. We sold out the one. This one will tolerate us a little bit longer. There we go, decent. We're just going to throw stuff literally everywhere because I'm degenerating into madness. I have taken damage. Oh, look, a trident. Give it to me. Alright, well, at least now we know that even with looting 3, it's 20% or less empirical drop rate. It's so funny. You know, now he's like, hey, I heard a legend that you wanted to fight every drowned that had a trident, and here I am. Fight me. And then I didn't. And then I did. No trident to speak of, though. But it's time to head home for the night. And say hello to all the pets. Go to sleep. And wake up on day 300. Oh no, I forgot I had the shovel out. It's time to pick up a little bit of dirt. Fix the hole we made because I didn't realize what tool I had. And then go home with some seeds to go talk to Garuda. A treat for Garuda. And as we lay down, we'll wake up on a milestone I honestly never expected to reach. Day 300. Feels good. You know, I've improved so much. I'm still no good. Like, I'm not under any illusions that I'm like a good Minecraft player, but it feels like, you know, more than an arbitrary milestone, a real triumph for me to survive this long. Now, is that the same as remembering where I put the trident? Not exactly the same. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's more or less, you know, in one of those chests over there. So that's where we'll go. We'll give Garuda another ritual seed. Give Tropa and Bella their pets. Give good old loyal Calcite by the fire his pets. And we're not going to dance party just yet, but we're going to throw it in for the pets so that they can have a time. But it's time for me to go find where the trident is, put a couple enchants on it. Probably mend it up in the sheep pen. It won't take too much to get the mending. I forgot that I had the music on my end too, so it was clashing. Sorry about that. Exactly, Natasha. 300 days live. Nothing to do. Just a normal day, and we're gonna live forever. We are. We've got our flowers. We've got our animals. We've got our cake. That one sliver of which has been with us since the dawning of the village. And may it stay with us for 300 days more. Perhaps on day 600, we'll go into the nether. Perhaps on day 900, we'll eat the last slice of cake. All I know is that I intend to live forever. And that I intend to find this trident. There we go. We've got our rails and levers. We've got our ingots and torches. We've got our minecart. And now all we need to do is go and put a few things onto the enchantment side. And we're still listening to the dance party song from far away, you know. We know they're having a good time. The dog was smelling especially bad all of a sudden, which means he wanted a little bit of attention. Alright, so, as I was saying, lapis, and we'll want books. Bane 4, which is hot trash. But we get Impaling 3 here, which definitely sounds like... Alright, there we go. We actually roll a pretty decent trident. It's got purple letters on it. Riptide 1, Impaling 3, Unbreaking 2. And now we are going to toss it here, throw a mending on it, toss it here, throw a loyalty... Never mind, we can't throw a loyalty 3 on it. I guess maybe Impaling makes loyalty not happen. That's alright. We are going to go and mend it up, though. It won't take any time at all. And how you mend things is you put it into your offhand, and you go to one of your centrally located farms, and then you smash a bunch of cows. And then before long, shouldn't take much time at all. Yep, there you go. The trident is all coming together. Do we have space to pick up all of this stuff? No, clearly not. Not terribly important. A little bit important. Do we throw the feathers on the ground to pick up leather because it's better? Yes. That's exactly what we do. But the trident is restored. It's not loyal, though, so we're going to need to remember that. But we've picked up more junk. Do I want to lose the loyalty thing? Well, if I can't put it onto the trident, I'm not really losing it, am I? So. And now we'll have smite on the axe. I mean, does anybody want to give odds on whether or not I'll actually use it? But, you know, we might use it sometimes. And then we'll put mending on the axe so that we won't forget to put mending on the axe. And now the axe is not perfect, but it's one step closer to perfect, as are many of our other tools. So, good stuff. We're just going to clean up a little bit, put Bane in there, even though I can't imagine. I've never met an arthropod in this game where I thought, man, I really wish I could kill this arthropod slightly more efficiently. But I'm not saying it's not out there. I just haven't met it personally yet. There might be giant spiders, or other things, and in the phylum that are going to come down. It's not phylum. It'll be less higher in the hierarchy than that. But we've got some stuff. It's time to go to Everest. Where's my boat? My boat is here. We've got our bed. We've got our rails and food. We've even got a magnificent trident, which, oh yeah, look at that. Amazing. I'm gonna learn how to run in the anti-third person here. Third person cinematic, just so you can see me run with my trident forever. Never mind, we're going to run into a wall doing that. So, you know, it was a good idea. There's nothing wrong with the idea. Yeah, this is great. I'm really, really pleased to have the trident. I think as I move around the world, I should just like basically always have it out. That way, I can prove that I have it. Josh, you're saying you think Guardians are arthropods? Ah, well, if that is the case, then that would be a wonderful, wonderful anti-Guardian tech. We'll have to test that out. But I don't know how good Bane is. It would have to be very good indeed, because I think Bane is the same, like, prefix slot as, like, Smite or Sharpness. So if it wouldn't be significantly better than Sharpness, I mean, I guess if you put it onto like something that couldn't get sharpness, but I'm thinking just from seeing it that impaling is the equivalent. So now we can gaze at a couple more of our accomplishments as Everest beckons with its cherry trees in the distance. And it'll be time to get a little bit more of our railway down. Maybe when we're up there, we'll make a couple more snowmen. You know, the days are just packed with possibilities. We'll pick up our boat because boat discipline is very important. Not as important as bed discipline, which, you know, we had for a while. But rail into the slot. Whenever we get to a point where we need a slope, then we'll just work with that. That's right. They're on easily enough. It just is the the light that doesn't always seem to be going. I think that should get us up the slope there. So we'll just... that should get us basically to here, but then there we'll probably want another one just to push it further, and then right here, yeah, and then we'll want one at least in the middle there, but possibly more. We'll try it like right here, and then we'll just dig a hole in the wall there for the lever to be, except not that way, this way. There we go. Let's just test it real quick and see if we need any more. Are we gonna draw a monument in the future, conquer the seas? You know, I think so. Because I've been working on it in my survival world, but I do love monuments, and all I need to do is find a way to kill the one that gives that debuff, right? And then you can be real systematic about it. But yeah, Natasha, I've actually started building a platform over there, because to me, the first step for draining a monument is getting a big platform on the top where the guardians can't get at you effectively, where you got like crenellations and stuff. And then, you know, you just sand down, they can't do anything about it. An Enderman is trying to fight us, but, you know, they're just going to get rained on. Actually, let's go over to the savannah. It does not rain there, so we'll fight him and see if we can steal his eyes. But first, we're going to shoot this creeper, because I mistrust them and hate them. They won't catch on fire in the rain, but they will still get killed in 2 shots. With a nice power 5 bow, you don't need 3. And now this Enderman is in for some trouble. There we go. Did we get any eyes? No eyes. Very sad. Alas. I'm a terrible shot. Just the worst shot in the world. That one could have hit, but he just moved a little bit weird. That one wasn't a bad shot attempt. I do want to make sure we don't have any creepers over here. I need to get a lot of torches for this whole mountainside so that they don't mess up my minecart work here. So, let's see how far this will work. We speed up. I need to not hold forward and see if it'll push us without holding forward. Nope, we need another one there. And the failure will shoot us off into the side. That's alright. One more on that slope. It's just a little bit too much for it if we're not holding forward. So I need to make sure that I'm not holding forward while I'm testing it, because I don't want to have an input on the roller coaster. It should roll of its own volition. And then we turn here, up, up, up. Up goes the miracle of the roller coaster. And now we're going to have to defend it. I need to make a lot of torches. Is that a witch over there? No, it's just a faraway skeleton. Don't know why I thought I saw a witch. Unimportant. Relatively unimportant. We'll need some cobble. Let's just go up to the top real quick and find the chest there with all the coal and the furnace and stuff. And yeah, well, actually, yeah, we'll go over here. We're gonna need some wood. We're gonna need to torch up this place a little bit. Natasha, yeah, the sand, yeah. I figured that out pretty early. 'Cause, if you remember the Terracotta Museum where I drained all that out, that was where no, that was actually after, yeah. Because I did what I called the first wonder of the world at the time. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. There was this underwater lush cave that I came out at in my survival world, and I was draining that. I actually was doing dirt and going up with it for a while before it occurred to me that I could use the sand. We're just going to fight here a little bit. Just tanking hits because that's who I am as a person. I need to get my axe out though, because we're going to want to get some wood. Not like a ton. I'm just going to chip away at this. It won't take too long to get a bunch, and then we're going to leave, you know, like floating caps of trees, which for a lot of trees annoy me, but actually for acacia trees it is quite nice. There we actually do succeed in knocking the whole thing down though, so no floating treetop there. Because the cap of it is like the prettiest part, so it'll be like our little land of the floating trees here next to the mystical, wonderful mountain of Everest. So this will be two floating trees together. There we go. We get stack or so of planks. That'll give us all the sticks we need, and then we're just going to go up to the top. And it's actually far more sticks than we needed to produce there, but we don't want the skeleton haters and the creeper haters to ruin our magnificent roller coaster, so we're going to take a couple of shots. Try the smite axe to kill zombies and skeletons. Yes, absolutely. Good point. Now that we have the enchantment on there, we'll be able to see what that does. So as we make our way to the top, we'll be sure to try to move over with the smite axe to see what effect that enchantment has. But we're going to take our leisurely route up. There we go. Zombie groans. Here's a skeleton. Let's get the diamond axe out and see what it looks like. As we close this distance, I'm so bad at moving. There we go. Well, it was a one-hit kill is what it was, but I think I might have been jumping as well. The creeper's leisurely stroll is rendering it, you know, evasive to a couple of the shots, but... Alright, now we've got one here. You know, two-hit kill, very solid. I don't know if it's better than a sword with sharpness 5, but it is good. Of course, the axe does a little bit more damage native than that, so... Hey, Chicken Rider. Yeah, no, you see the hearts just melt off of them when you hit them with that, and yeah, seems good. The problem is, of course, that you don't have looting if you're using the axe to kill them. But we'll grab some ingots here. Do I have a chest? No. Did I use all of the wood up when I could have used some of the wood to make a chest? There's a chest up here, right? Right? Underneath this tree or something? Underneath this tree or that tree? There's got to be a chest up here. I mean, there doesn't have to be. Maybe underneath this tree up here? Yeah, there's a chest up here. There has to be. But I don't think there's any wood in it. There's not any wood in it. This is just my top of the mountain chest. Great. Well, you know, what we can do is put some sticks in here and rails in here and the like, since we do have a max amount of rails on us, and it might be a little bit until we need some more. But I do need levers. We have 13 more powered rails, but I do need levers. But when you mine coal, do you get cobblestone as well, or is it just coal the whole time? It's just coal, but more coal won't hurt anyone. I want to find a place to get cobblestone out that's not going to, you know, detract from the natural beauty of Everest. You know, a way to destroy the world without hurting it. That kind of thing. That's possible. That's a thing you can do. But now we can make 14 more levers. And 3 stacks of torches, you know, that's good, because we are actually going to need a ton of torches. Let's just get to the placement. Because Everest has, like, almost no torch placement whatsoever, but we're going to want it all around. Go ahead and crack these emeralds. They're just waiting for me to eventually notice they existed. And the good thing about haphazard torch placement is it doesn't matter. It is so easy to get a ton of torches. And the thing that really matters is that if I get, like, one stupid clumsy creeper explosion, it's not going to hurt anything. Should I make a village on the inside of this mountain? Should I make a village on the inside of this mountain? Then you could ride the roller coaster past them as they labored in the dark, you know, for glory. There, you know, I would find people that had an affect that wanted to do that. I wouldn't just be, you know, imprisoning them there. I'm not a monster. I won't even make an iron farm, and you guys have told me quite specifically how to do it. This will be nice too, because it'll, you know, it'll light up my pride and joy, although the part at the top that's the proudest and the joyousest won't be lit up, but, you know, we'll get the rest. So I was thinking, you know, we can do, like, part of the minecart thing, we could, like, hollow out the inside of the mountain, right? And have, you know, the various, not a lush cave, but, like, the other kind of, like, mountain aesthetics we could have, like an iciness, we could have, like a polar bear den, right, in the side of it, and have, like, the minecart go through, and then we could have, like, a little village on the inside, and, like, get, like, snow for the tops, and have, like, little, snowmen and stuff, and then as the minecart went through around the sides of it, you would be able to look at that, and I thought that sounded pretty cool. That's what I was thinking about when I woke up. I was also thinking about how to not play at the same time as I talked, and move my hands around in the air to helpfully demonstrate my ideas to others. As one does. Alright, so here we get to where we're at on the railway. So the important thing is safety, right? Got to have safety for the workers before we continue. So we've got our levers. And we'll be able to use this opportunity to find out, basically, definitively, how many powered rails you need for the slope. You know, is it 5 blocks? Is it 8? And this is a question that we'll be able to solve. And whether or not we count it out individually every time, I might do one, you know, at 7 or whatever if it's 8. It'll let me know that, you know, 5 won't be enough. And that'll be the important thing to learn here, is how to exclude that. We'll, I wonder if Enderman can pick up my rails. Oh, I would get so salty. There's some light sources that don't melt snow. Get it later, light up there. Yes, absolutely. I know there are lanterns, and that might work because it's contained. And I know there's a redstone torch because there's that igloo that had a redstone torch in it. And nothing else, and all of you guys acted really disappointed. But I know that was also there. Parkour. And of course, this is going to be like very incomplete live coverage, but the thing about doing funny haphazard stuff like this is at night it really does quite well illuminate where your deficiencies are. Oh my goodness. Look at this. An enemy emerges. An ancestral foe. I am going to run up and hit them. Can I day 5,000 in Minecraft? Well, this is day 301, so just give me some time and we'll see. But there is a pillager raid here. They are all training their crossbows on me from the high ground, but I am just going to loop around on them. I don't want to fight them in the rain. I want to be able to set them on fire if it comes to that. And I think it will, but I want to hit them with my sword because my sword has looting. We're going to go for the captain first. Captain's down. Now they're rudderless, leaderless, lost in a storm. We got 2 more down. We're going to block this shot. Easy. And he's not going to get even 2 more chances to shoot me. Just 1 more. No hearts lost. Easy peasy. Did we get a banner? We did get a banner. But most importantly, we get a bottle. I'm just going to leave the banner on the ground here. No, we should take the banner. A mark of our triumph. Bottle level 4. Which the bottles I am principally now going to be trying to use really just for trial ruins, which now that I know how to activate the ominous keys and all that, it's definitely like an adventure thing to do over and over until we get the mace. A weapon whose name contains all of the wonderful meanings that it needs to. And I'll run around and smash. Yes, you're a very intimidating and brave spider. Everyone is afraid of you. Need more Totem of Undying? I have like 9 of them. I have never used one yet. But I have held one when 1 million things soon. Oh, Natasha, yeah, well, spoilers, I didn't die in the trial ruin, but I think it was an interesting time. You could definitely see my fingerprints on the tactical approach, you know. It was very me in the way that I tried to tackle it. So, we're just going to see if that will be enough of a slope to go up real quick. Minecart down. Oh no, we lost it. Alright. That was clearly not ideal. I have broken the track. We'll just start at the beginning again, because the beginning is the best part. The part that definitely works. So we will just slowly go in and then take our hand off of the key. And we will just boost and boost over here. Good maintenance of speed around the corner. Boost barely gets to the top. So we'll want to boost right there at the loop. Well, you know, we'll pick up the cart at the bottom. Never mind. Without the weight in it, it doesn't accelerate over the top. But all good. You know, we needed to break this one anyway. Can you do one on a bend? No. That makes sense. No operations on the bend. So we'll just do it right here before the bend. There we go, and then we're going to know that we want one probably like right here. And that should get us here, I think. The one thing that won't get us here is our torch coverage. Because it's good to have it on the periphery, but if we don't have torch coverage on the track itself, what's it all for? Literally what? That is the thing that redstone torches would do, is make sure that you had safety on all of your activator rails. But this is just as good and slightly more affordable than doing redstone for all of it. Tosh, you said you still didn't go to yours, you'll use mine to gain knowledge. Oh god, it shivers the soul to think of somebody watching me in order to learn about the game. But I guess it theoretically is possible, huh? Alright, so I need to... yeah. Because the totem's always supposed to be in that position, no matter what. Position 7, 9, 7. Yeah. Wherever the thumb is on the keyboard. Alright. Much more light. Not enough light, but much more light. Now, to continue, alright, so that should push us up here to the top probably, but we'll want an activator rail. And also, when going down, or a powered rail, I keep saying the wrong word. I'm going to stop saying the wrong word. I am resolved to start calling it the right thing. Alright, does it work if it's one lower than it? No. Important information. We will just get a block of dirt from our strategic dirt reserve in our inventory. Very important to have a strategic dirt reserve in your inventory at all times. You never know when you'll need one. And I said I was going to figure out how many vertical spaces it would go. Clearly that was a lie. Look. I am the way I am. And even if, you know, we use slightly more than we need to, that'll make it faster, and that'll make it fun. Alright. Now I have to go find the minecart and see if we can climb up to the top. Ow. Alright, so... Ow. Why would I harm my wonderful railway so it pains us? Alright. The time is now. Can we get relatively far to the top? Keep your hands inside of the ride. Come on, work. Little bit of a sluggishness there. Can I get up? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, there we go. Not enough juice to get up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 3 on a slope, but I think that the connector there might have been the flaw also. We don't have any more powered rails on us, so... we'll just break that, and we'll put a redstone torch to remind us that that's where it needs to be. Alright, how does one make a rail? We need to first find a box. Hey, here we go. Not activator, powered rails. Gold. Alright, is there gold around? There's definitely not gold around. We're just going to need to go get it. So we have the redstone torch there. We'll put 2 of them. That will be, you know, deeply symbolic. And that'll be in line too. So there we go. 3 torches. Even more symbolic. But there we go. We'll be able to do some more work on this later on. The precarious minecart, a symbol to us all. Alright, so, time to head home. Also time to put this trident in my inventory and see how it works. Apparently you can just punch people with it. You know, it's no faster than using a sword. But it is a trident. And I could throw it underwater, but then it won't come back to me and I'm afraid of losing it. But let's just see how it works now. You can pick it up after you throw it. And this guy's got a trident. So we'll have a duel. That'll be fun. Ow. Oh, wait, no, I went with the trident. Oh! Magnificent. It's also like a stylish whirl when you're underwater. Okay. So when you're above water, you throw it, but when you're underwater, you have like a sweet whirling attack that you do with it, which makes it unambiguously the right thing to do. Does it even hurt them? It doesn't appear to really hurt them very much, but it looks cool. And everybody knows that's just as good as being strong. Oh, yeah. I don't know what's going on with that particle, but I literally don't care. Amazing. Got like 4 irons from that. Fortune's pretty good. Oh, that is the... That's Riptide, I guess. So the Trident does throw, and then that's the spinny thing there. Okay. But it's time to return home. Day 302. Trident in hand. I said trident in hand. There we go. I'm having such a good time. I mean, I know the roller coaster, or rather, it's not really a roller coaster unless it's like, you know, intentionally designed to be, you know, thrilling in some way. Right now, it's just like a minecart track, which goes up and down. But you know, it's pretty close to being halfway done, and that's pretty good. And then we can go put some more snow on Everest. I've got ideas for like it'll look like you're going under a waterfall. Like there'll be an overhang and we'll have water going on either side of the minecart track. I think that could look pretty cool. And then of course also like the internals that I've talked about doing and how I thought that could be nice. And you know, maybe we'll have a minecart track that stretches from home here all the way to Everest one day, and I can just ride it over and talk to myself. We'll have like a 14-minute outro that has me looking at everything every video. But I don't feel like Captain Ahab, you know. Now that I've gotten the trident, I don't feel that I'm purposeless. There's still so much to do. All of which is just making that rail track bigger. It's the only thing that I have on my mind right now. Now that the trident is secured, is more rail tracks. Everywhere rail tracks. Maybe going to get more iron in random places so that we can get more rail tracks. That's the order of the day. But not really. The order of the day is saying goodbye. For the clock ticks, and it is time to give Garuda his seed, give Tropa her pet, give Calcite his pet, and throw in a little dance party. Which we can now attend for the first time with a trident. Would really get into it with Luca this time. I actually have a lot of Phantom Membrane. I have 7 here, but I've got like a whole bunch more in a chest. I've got like 15 or 20 or so. Anyway, that's about it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed witnessing this amazing episode where I acquired a trident. I sure have. I haven't run out of dreams, even if this one was achieved. My Halloween wish came true. So too may all of yours. But until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I really hope you've enjoyed, but it's time for me to get off to work. I'll probably be back on for another hour or so tonight, around 11 Central Standard. So something like that. And if I do, then I hope I'll catch you there. See you guys.